What if I told you that one of the simplest, cheapest oils in your kitchen could quietly transform the way your body feels at night? What if all it took was rubbing a little castor oil on your chest before bed, and the very next morning you could breathe easier, sleep deeper, and even feel lighter in ways you didn't expect? Would you believe me? Or would you shrug it off as just another old folktale that people whisper about but never take seriously? Let me make a confession right here. Most people laugh when they first hear about this. They say, "Castor oil? That's the stuff my grandmother forced me to drink when I was a kid." They roll their eyes, they dismiss it. But the truth is, what they're laughing at is something their grandmother actually knew better than they did. And here's a fact you can't ignore. Castor oil has been used for thousands of years. Ancient cultures relied on it. Doctors in the early 1900s prescribed it. And to this day, natural healers still call it one of the most underrated remedies for seniors. Yet here we are, in a modern world where millions of elderly people toss and turn at night, fight for deeper breaths, or struggle with discomfort, while the answer sits on the back of a dusty shelf, ignored. So I'll ask you again, why are you overlooking something so simple, so available, and so powerful? Because here's the reality. As you get older, the little things you ignore, the restless nights, the shortness of breath, the tight chest, the bloated stomach, those little things are not always little. They add up. They steal your peace slowly. They make aging heavier than it needs to be. And if you don't learn to care for yourself in ways that actually work, you're left at the mercy of problems that could have been eased long ago. Now, I know why you clicked on this video. You're searching. You're curious. Maybe you're even a little desperate to sleep better, to breathe easier, to find comfort again without swallowing a handful of pills every night. And I promise you, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why rubbing castor oil on your chest matters, the body functions it touches, the common mistakes families make with it, and how you can turn this tiny bedtime ritual into a powerful wellness habit. You'll also hear a few tips that most people don't talk about, because let's face it, they don't even know. But let me tell you something that might sting a little. If you leave this video without subscribing to this channel, Elderly Spring, you're not just missing out on information, you're turning your back on one of the few spaces online that actually puts seniors first. And if you don't believe me, scroll through your feed. How many channels are talking directly to you about your sleep, your health, your comfort? Not many. So if you choose not to subscribe, I almost want you to go down to the comments and explain why. Explain why you'd walk away from a channel that's built to make your later years stronger and more peaceful. Go on, I dare you. Because here, it's not about hype. It's not about quick tricks. It's about real solutions for real seniors. And if you care about your health, if you care about aging with grace, you should care enough to subscribe right now. And by the way, before we dive deeper, let me slip in a small reminder. If you want a complete bedtime routine designed specifically for seniors, something that goes hand in hand with this castor oil ritual, then check out the Elderly Spring Sleep Wellness Kit in the description. I put it together for people like you, people who are tired of restless nights and want real, gentle solutions. Don't ignore it. At least take a look. Now, let's dive into what really happens when you rub castor oil on your chest before bed. You might be shocked at what your body reveals to you. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. An elderly man lies in bed. He shifts from side to side, struggling to draw in a full breath. Every inhale feels shallow, like his chest is carrying a weight. He's tried vapor rubs. He's tried propping himself up with pillows. He's even tried medication. But nothing seems to give him that sweet, deep breath his body is craving. Now, picture him gently warming a spoonful of castor oil, rubbing it across his chest in slow circles, covering himself with soft cotton clothing, and finally, lying down. For the first time in weeks, he feels warmth spreading across his chest. His lungs relax. His breathing becomes easier. It's simple. It's quiet. But it changes everything. And here's why. Castor oil has a unique thickness that holds heat, creating a natural warming effect. That warmth penetrates deep into the tissues of the chest, supporting circulation and easing muscle tightness that can make breathing harder at night. Some even report that it helps calm the upper airway, making it easier to inhale fully and exhale without struggle. Most people think oils just sit on the skin, doing nothing but moisturizing, but that's not true. Castor oil penetrates deeper, reaching layers where it can actually encourage comfort and relaxation. So what should you do? Warm about a teaspoon in your hands, massage it slowly into the chest, and cover yourself with a soft shirt or cloth. Let your body do the rest while you sleep. And listen, if you think this is too small of a step to matter, ask yourself this: how many nights have you spent fighting for rest when maybe one small habit could have given you relief? Don't underestimate it, but breathing isn't the only hidden benefit here. Let's talk about something that almost every senior struggles with: restless sleep. Picture a grandmother. She lies down at 10 p.m., but by midnight she's awake. At 2 a.m., she's awake again. By 5 a.m., she's exhausted, frustrated, and wondering why her body no longer remembers how to rest. Here's the truth. Sleep is one of the first things aging steals away. And when sleep is gone, energy, focus, and mood go with it. But here's where castor oil steps in. The act of gently rubbing it into your chest, the warmth, the pressure, the scent. It does more than soothe your skin. It signals your nervous system to calm down. It helps trigger your parasympathetic system, the part of your body responsible for rest and digest. This is the state you need to be in to drift into real deep sleep. Yet most people think sleep can only be fixed with pills. They forget about the power of natural rituals. They forget that touch, warmth, and simple oils can send messages to the body that no capsule ever could. So here's your practical step. Before bed, warm the oil in your hands. Rub it in gently while taking deep breaths. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Then turn off the lights. Make the room quiet and dark, and give yourself permission to rest. And if you still think this is too simple to work, then maybe that's why your nights are still restless. Because sometimes it's not about adding more pills or more noise. It's about returning to what works with your body, not against it. Of course, when sleep improves, digestion and immunity improve too. And yes, castor oil plays a surprising role there as well. Let's be honest. Many seniors go to bed with a heavy stomach, bloating, or constipation that makes it impossible to sleep comfortably. And when digestion is off, the whole body feels uneasy. Here's what most people don't know. Castor oil contains something called ricinoleic acid. This compound has gentle, natural anti-inflammatory properties. When you rub it into your chest or even your upper abdomen, it doesn't just sit there. It helps calm the gut indirectly, easing tension that contributes to gas and bloating. But here's the mistake families often make. They think castor oil only works as a strong laxative when swallowed. And yes, that's one of its uses. But taken internally, it can be harsh, and most seniors can't tolerate it. Topical use, on the other hand, is gentle. It supports without shocking the body. So here's the practical step. Take a small amount. Rub it in circular motions on your upper abdomen and chest before bed. The warmth and absorption help relax the digestive tract, making it easier to rest at night. Think about this. How many nights have you lost to stomach discomfort? What if one quiet, simple habit could soften that? Wouldn't it be worth trying? And digestion isn't the only hidden issue. Let's face the giant that almost every senior talks about: pain and inflammation. Imagine going to bed with stiff shoulders, aching joints, or arthritis pain that keeps you awake. You shift positions, you take medication, you even use heating pads, but nothing seems to last through the night. Now imagine massaging warm castor oil into your chest and shoulders. Slowly, the stiffness begins to ease. Circulation improves. The joints feel looser. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a relief you can feel. Here's why. Castor oil penetrates deeper than most oils. It improves blood flow to the tissues, reduces stiffness, and supports natural healing. And when circulation improves, pain begins to calm. But here's where people go wrong. They believe pain relief only comes from strong drugs. They overlook natural, simple aids that can give comfort without side effects. So what's the advice? Rub castor oil into the chest, shoulders, even the upper back before sleep. Pair it with light stretching, and you give your body a chance to relax in ways medicine often can't. But wait, this oil doesn't stop there. Because what if I told you it could even support your immune system overnight? Think about flu season. Seniors are more vulnerable than anyone else. One little cough, one small infection, and suddenly it becomes a serious health issue. Here's what makes castor oil fascinating. When applied regularly, especially in the form of gentle chest rubs or packs, it has been linked to improved lymphatic flow. And your lymphatic system is your body's drainage and defense network. When it flows better, your immune system works better. But here's the misconception. People think immunity can only be boosted with supplements, shots, or fancy diets. While those have their place, your skin, the body's largest organ, can also play a role in supporting immune health. So the advice is simple. Rub castor oil on your chest nightly. It encourages circulation, helps you relax, and may support your body's natural defenses while you sleep. And when you put all these together, breathing ease, better sleep, calmer digestion, pain relief, and stronger immunity, you start to see the bigger picture. This isn't just an oil. It's a ritual. A ritual that tells your body, you are cared for, you are safe, you can rest. But don't stop at the oil alone, because what you combine it with matters too. If you really want to see changes, pair your castor oil routine with simple nighttime habits. Sip a warm cup of herbal tea before bed. Do a few gentle stretches. Avoid heavy dinners late at night. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. These small shifts turn your night from restless to restorative. And yes, all of these steps are carefully outlined in the Elderly Spring Sleep Wellness Kit. It's built to guide you through every part of a senior-friendly nighttime routine. If you're serious about finally getting better sleep, don't ignore it. Check the description after this video. Because here's the hard truth. If you keep doing nothing, your nights will keep getting harder. But if you act, even in the smallest way, you may discover a peace you thought was gone forever. Now let's take everything we've uncovered and put it into perspective. Watching a loved one suffer through restless nights can be one of the hardest things to witness. You see the exhaustion in their eyes the next morning, the heaviness in their steps, the way they sigh as they lower themselves into a chair. You hear the whispers of frustration when they say, "I just couldn't sleep again." For caregivers, children, and even grandchildren, it brings a deep ache inside, because you want to help but often feel powerless. And for seniors themselves, those long nights carry more than just fatigue. They carry worry that the body is failing, that peace will never return, that each night will only grow harder. Many describe it as being trapped in a body that refuses to cooperate, a body that craves rest but resists it. That sense of helplessness can feel overwhelming. But let me reframe this for you. Discomfort does not have to define aging. Sleepless nights do not have to be accepted as permanent. What if, instead of searching for complicated solutions, the answer is found in gentle, consistent rituals? The truth is, small daily acts can create big change, and they don't just ease the body, they nurture the spirit. Think of it this way. When warm oil is rubbed on the chest, it's not just skin being touched, it's reassurance being given. It's the message. You are safe, you are cared for. That comfort is powerful. When the breath begins to deepen, when the muscles soften, when the heart slows into a steady rhythm, this is the body's way of remembering peace. Try to picture it tonight. The lights dim, the room is cool and quiet. A teaspoon of castor oil, warmed just enough to melt into the skin, is massaged gently into the chest. The warmth spreads slowly, easing tightness, releasing tension. Cotton clothing is placed softly over it, sealing in that gentle heat. And as you, or your loved one, lie back, something begins to shift. The mind releases its grip on worry, the shoulders sink deeper into the pillow, and finally, sleep arrives. Not forced, not drugged, but invited. This is the dignity of natural care. It's not about chasing quick fixes, it's about giving the body what it understands best: warmth, rhythm, touch, and calmness. And when done night after night, these small actions stack up, creating lasting comfort. So here is my encouragement. Don't wait for another restless night to pass. Don't accept fatigue as the new normal. Tonight, take just one step. Try the chest rub. Notice how the body responds, even in small ways. It may start with a deeper breath, a calmer mind, or just one extra hour of rest. But those are victories worth celebrating. Because here's the hope you need to hold on to. Your body still listens. Your body still responds. Even in later years, you are not powerless. With the right care, you can reclaim rest, reclaim peace, and reclaim the strength that restless nights have tried to steal away. And maybe the most beautiful part? These rituals don't just heal the body, they heal the heart. They remind you that aging does not mean giving up. Aging can still mean comfort. It can still mean peace. And tonight, that peace can be yours. So let's take a moment to gently bring everything together. Tonight, you've discovered 5 powerful reasons why something as simple, natural, and affordable as castor oil can make such a difference. First, breathing. Imagine how much lighter your nights could feel if your chest was relaxed and your airways were free. No more fighting to catch every breath, no more gasping in the dark. Second, sleep. Deep, uninterrupted rest isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. Without sleep, the body cannot heal. With it, everything becomes easier. Your mood, your memory, even your mobility. Third, digestion. For so many seniors, bloating and discomfort steal away the peace of night. Yet a gentle rub on the chest and upper abdomen can calm those restless hours. Fourth, pain relief. Castor oil's warmth reaches deep into muscles and joints, easing stiffness and giving you the kind of comfort that painkillers often miss. And fifth, immunity. In later years, every bit of support for your immune system counts. And a nightly routine that encourages circulation and calm may just be one of the quietest, most powerful allies you can have. Now here's what I want you to do. Don't just sit with this information. Put it into action. Tonight, take that small step. Massage a little castor oil on your chest, breathe deeply, and pay attention to how your body responds. Even if the change feels subtle, remember, consistency is the secret. One night leads to another, and before long, the small comfort becomes a lasting peace. And now I want to hear from you. Have you or someone in your family ever tried castor oil this way? Was it for breathing, digestion, or maybe just for sleep? Share your stories in the comments. Not only do I read them, but you'd be surprised how much your words might help another person who's silently struggling. Sometimes one simple comment is enough to remind someone else that they're not alone. And before you click away, let me ask you this. If you truly care about your health, or the health of a loved one, why wouldn't you subscribe right now? Think about it. We put hours into creating these videos so that you don't have to guess or wander in the dark. Every week, we bring you natural, practical, and safe ways to make aging not just easier, but more dignified. If you subscribe, you're saying yes to peace, yes to rest, and yes to hope. And if you decide not to subscribe, then I want you to go into the comments and explain why. Tell us why you'd choose to walk away from knowledge that could make your nights easier, your breathing calmer, and your days brighter. Maybe someone else will read your reason and challenge you to think twice. But for those of you who do choose to stay, thank you. You're not just supporting this channel, you're supporting your own well-being. And in return, I promise to keep bringing you information that is rooted in care, compassion, and truth. So, my friend, as we close, remember this. Aging does not mean surrender. It means adjusting, nurturing, and leaning into the little habits that create big change. Let tonight be the beginning of your new bedtime ritual. Take that bottle of castor oil, warm it in your palms, and with each gentle stroke, remind yourself, you still deserve rest, you still deserve comfort, and you still deserve peace. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, take care of those you love, and may every night ahead bring you deeper rest and brighter mornings. I'll see you in the next one.